And we got Quinn Ewers here.
Oof.
I gotta say, I like his dance a little more, just a little bit more. It's a little nice. But I can't even do it anymore. If I went to lean back like that to do that, I'd be like at the chiropractor within 15 minutes, guys. It would not be good. As it was today, I slipped in the sand going to the beach, and I almost had to go to the chiropractor. It was that bad.
Just a random Wednesday at the beach, huh?
It's the
must be nice.
Listen, like we all remember the Bears and Giants game where the Joe Judge did that half an hour press conference, full meltdown afterwards. I was literally watching that game from the beach.
Oh man,
that was
on the phone, smartphone just going.
I was like, you know what? I'm just like watching this thing on some bootleg site here from the beach. I figured if I get too stressed out, I just look around off the phone and just.
How long have you been in Florida?
8 years now.
Okay.
So been quite a while there, but I keep talking about moving again. Though we'll see. I get bored.
Okay.
Look, if it's your wife.
I know.
Moving is not fun.
Listen, moving's not fun, but listen, when you buy a house for $300, it goes up to $500. All of a sudden, you got $200K in equity. That makes you want to move somewhere.
Well, yeah, when you put it that way.
Yeah.
You can move a couple more times, right?
No mortgage, just a beautiful thing. So anyway, Quinn Ewers, as we get sidetracked talking about Florida houses here. 21 years old, 6'2", 206 pounds, born March 15th, 2003, San Antonio, Texas. I'm the Texas guy here. His Florida moved to South Lake, Texas when he was 8 years old and went to high school over at Carroll Senior High School. This kid literally received his first scholarship offer, guys, in 6th grade to go to North Texas. Could you imagine getting a scholarship offer at 6th grade? Like, that's insane.
What are you, 11?
Yeah, like I see potential in you one day, kid. Like, he's probably like 5'5" and like
140 pounds.
Not even 140, was he?
Like, what if he never
grew? 110.
So he originally committed over to Texas, but then switched over to Ohio State. Played there in 21, played one game with absolutely no single stats whatsoever, switched back, reverse course, like Missy Elliott said, put his thing back, flip and reverse it there, went right back to Texas there at that point. In 22, Texas, 10 games, 58.1 completion percentage. Notice the big difference there between him and Sanders. 2,177 yards, 15 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 24 rushes for negative 52 yards, and a touchdown. 23 in Texas, 12 games, 69 completion percentage, 3,479 yards, 22 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 59 rushes, 75 yards, and 5 touchdowns. Second team All Big 12 that year. This year so far, 7 games, 69.3 completion percentage, 1,722 yards, 19 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 23 rushes, negative 50 yards, and a touchdown. Now, guys, we got to mention he's been benched this year in one game against Georgia when he went 6 for 12, 17 yards, and an interception. Doesn't take a genius to figure out that 6 completions for 17 yards is not a very high yardage. He basically struggled getting around their pass rush. He went back into the game later on and improved on the game overall to 25 of 43 for 311 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. Now, I can look at that as positive and negative, guys, to be very frank with you. He struggled mainly with the pass rush, and that's an issue, especially in the NFL. Like, no matter where you go, you're going to hit pass rush. Offensive line can only stop it for so long. But then you go into the fact that he came back in and improved. You know, talked about the coachable stuff with Cam Ward and stuff that I look for signs of, are they coachable? That's a sign to me of one of two things. Either the man just needed a break like Anthony Richardson, or he was coachable. And his coach sat him down, worked with him, said, listen, and they probably had the tablets going. Like, here, look at this. You saw this. This was here. And showed him some stuff. And to go 6 for 12, 17 yards, end up 25 of 43 for 311. Something worked, obviously. Something obviously worked. And Georgia is not the usual Georgia this year, guys, but they're still not a bad team. Georgia will never be a bad team the way they get players.
No.
So that's still, like I said, it goes in the con and the pro con for me to a certain way. Am I crazy for that, Dash? What do you think? Am I crazy for that? Is that just...
No, I like Ewers. I think, unlike Cam Ward coming back to Texas, it's not helping him. It's not helping him. I actually think it's actually hurt. It hurt him. He probably would have went higher. I mean, we'll see. We still got the college playoff. He still can redeem himself. But I think he had a lot more steam last year than this year. He wouldn't have got drafted in the first round last year either. For me, he's a day 2 guy. I would be happy with him for the Giants if we got him maybe in the second or third round. I wouldn't be happy with him in the first round. But as far as his talent goes, strong arm, quick release, sneaky athletic, small though. He's a smaller guy. With him, I don't even. Maybe he's 202 pounds, possibly another 6-footer. But for me, I was more excited about Ewers last year than I am this year.
Yeah, I don't think the difference from last year to this year, he looks like he's more NFL ready, but you're 100% right. He's smaller than Sanders. I talked about Sanders looking like a shortstop. This guy looks like he's about to play Pee Wee football.
Yeah.
So, like, he definitely has some room to beef up, if you will. He needs to take that Beefcake 5,000, but he has like a high floor coming into here. Like, he's got good footwork. He's sneaky, mobile with a great arm, and he adjusts to plays, just like Drew said. You sit him down. He went for 6 completions, 17 yards, and before he got mentioned, he went 19 completions for 190 yards, 290 yards. So he adjusts, and he made great adjustments, and he played well. So he looks like he's a coachable guy, but once again, he's a small guy that's going to get beat up with the pass rush.
Yeah, he's also good enough to fend off Archie.
Yeah,
it's
because they're ready to throw Archie in there. Like
they really are.
They really are, and he's able to fend him off. So, but I don't want to sound like I'm down on yours. I'm just down as far as comparison from last year to this year. But you hit the nail on the head. He has improved, and he is a quick study, and you can tell that that he takes whatever the coaches give him, and he can apply it, right then and there. So I like that. The only other thing that scares me are the injuries too. Because like I said, he's a smaller guy. He's already taken the beating, and how durable is he really going to be? But second, third round.
Yeah, well, he's also one of the guys I think this year he has 0 underpasses, but it's all overpasses, right? Mm-hmm. So like he's got the arm strength. So that's something like you got to look into in NFL when you're talking about NFL ready. Does he have the arm strength to throw the ball down the field? Yeah. Yes, no, maybe. Like look, Danny Jones. Like let's beat up on the guy now. Like how many underthrows does he have this year? Yeah. Like yours has exponentially less because it's 0.
Yeah. No, he can make all the throws. You can make all the throws for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's when they go in the pro column and pro and con column form, they had arm strength, quick footwork, makes pre-snap adjustments, holds safeties with his eyes, which is one of those things that a lot of college guys don't know that going into the NFL. They kind of been getting away with not doing that. You see that quite often rookies coming in. Like you mentioned, athletic and mobile in the pocket. Cons-wise, needs work on some mechanics, struggles at getting through progressions at times, and has trouble under pressure. So I think this is one of those first guys that will be a recurring theme for a lot of these players for me is in the right situation, he could succeed. Whereas the guys we talked about before, Ward and Sanders, they can go anywhere and succeed, and you'll figure it out, and you'll figure out a way to pop them in there and get it going there. I think this is a guy that needs the right spot. He needs a spot with a good protection there, with a very good, sound quarterback coach, whether it be a head coach guy who was a former quarterback coach or offensive coordinator, or a good quarterback coach, someone who can take him under their wing.
So you're saying the Raiders is not the home for this guy?
Listen, I'll take the Raiders. There's a lot of talk with Sanders specifically about like where he's going to go, and Dion being as brave as specific. If I was them, the Raiders are a place I would not want to go whatsoever for any of these guys.
The worst place to go.
Yeah. It's where quarterbacks go to die. Jamarcus Russell looking at you.
Where I think Ewers would be perfect, actually, is if he gets to a spot where he's got a veteran quarterback already there, where he can sit for a year to work on some of the mechanic issues, get a little bit better at that point, and then step in. This is one of those guys that I feel like if we throw him to the fire right off the bat, he's going to get burnt bad.
No, he's cooked.
Yeah. But if you give him a chance to develop and you have the right guy to develop him, then
I thought you were going to say a team.
No.
I'll give you a team.
I was you're going to say Jets?
Oh, no.
I'll give you a team. I'll do it. I'll give you a team.
I'm going to see if you think the same thing I think.
But I'm not so sure this situation happens depending on what happens with the trades this offseason.
Okay.
The Rams.
That's my number one right there. Yep. We're on the same page.
Sean McVay to help him out. You got Matt Stafford to learn from. You got him sitting for a year. When he comes in, he's ready. He's got already good receiver. Even if they get rid of Cooper Kupp, he's still going to have Puka Nacua, who is, an amazing receiver. So, yeah, I think that's a good spot. And if you notice, the Rams have been doing some work on their offensive line too through the draft and trying to build that back up again. Sean McVay and this Rams front office is sneaky smart about going, okay, they're not looking at now. They're looking at 2-3 years down the road. Yep. And they knew Matt Stafford is not long for this world, not long for this NFL world. As much as he's a great guy, and we all root for him just based on what you hear about him personally, and he's kind of entertaining. I love it when he talks about he's like the old man trying to get with the young kids and find some common ground. It's funny. It's funny, especially for all of us. I'm in my 40s now. I get it. I talk to someone in their 20s and I forget sometimes. Oh yeah, they weren't really born for this crap.
Yeah.
So it's you got no riz.
But the Rams are seeing the writing on the wall with him, and this is the perfect spot for him to go. Let Stafford play for another year or two like that. Let him learn. Almost like the Packers do. There's a reason the Packers succeed with quarterbacks. They let them sit. They let them develop. I'm actually a pretty big fan of that. I'm really hoping the Giants actually pick somebody up this offseason to be that kind of quarterback for, even if not the full year, for at least the first half of the year. So to let whoever we get develop, let them learn. But like I said, I think that's 100% the perfect fit for him.
Yeah, the Rams are a perfect spot for a lot of these guys that are day 2 and day 3. It's another guy on the list that also will fit, with the Rams too. But yeah, a couple guys.
By the way, if you all notice that Rob is a statue, he just sent me a text. He's lost power. Went out of the house. So Rob maybe is there in spirit for the rest of the program. We'll find out.
But just leave him just like that.
Oh, I'm gonna leave him just like that too. And it's funny when we break the show up into the clips later on. It's funny. Why does the guy in the middle? Oh, we just lost him.
Oh, he lost him.
You're like, why is the guy in the middle not talking? Well, apparently you're Rob now, Dash.
Right.
But yeah. Let's see here. I'll make this adjustment so it makes it look a little less weird. Then at that point, the wrong names.
Yeah.
All righty. So anyway, here's what the fan side had to say about Ewers. Said Ewers is a quarterback with a strong arm and good mobility in the pocket. He's a vertical passing threat who could thrive in a West Coast offense where they prioritize the run and play action. He is fluid and flexible as a thrower, capable of extending plays with his legs. However, his mechanics require refinement, and he struggles with post-snap progressions. His execution play-by-play is still very inconsistent, and much of that stems from his mechanics and lack of poise in the pocket. That's a little harsh, I thought.
Yeah, those cons are...
To be honest, I thought that was a little hard. He's a rookie. You might need some time to develop. You think? You can say that pretty much 99% of the guys that came out of the NFL draft.
But you ever notice how with some of those breakdowns, too, when they do the pros, sometimes it contradicts the cons sometimes. Yeah. And it's like, wait a minute. Well, I thought he was I thought pre-snap, post-snap, he was good, but now he's, tends to slow through his progressions. What, which one is it?
Every time I see they're like, he has struggle. He struggles with when the protection breaks down. Then it's like he's really mobile and good at getting out of the
huh? Excuse me.
Pick a side, goddamn it.
Can I trust you?
I got trust issues.
If you like that clip, then you will love the full episodes too. Find us on your favorite podcast app and look for us on all your favorite social media platforms.
Thanks so much.
Please, I'm begging you. Please subscribe.